Hello, everyone. I know that it's already 6 p.m., and then most of you have already gone through a lot of cloud native architecture, CNC of logos, and at least one CNC of landscape slide as well already. But please bear one more. Um, so the cloud native has undergone like incredible evolution over the last decade. What started as containers and orchestration has now become like an ecosystem um, of different tools and technologies that the industries are now using to build and operate software. So I'm here to talk a little bit about what comes next from the technical leadership perspective or from the CNC of technical oversight committee perspective, and to discuss like how we are evolving and evolving alongside this cloud native revolution. So, talking a little bit about me and why this topic is exciting for me. I am a member of the CNC of Technical Oversight Committee, but I also spend a lot of time across the ecosystem as a CNC of Ambassador, Cloud Native Community Group organizer, and the previous KubeCon co-chair, and also through my day job at Ericsson. Um, so that is the kind of lens I want to bring to this talk. When you get to see the community from different angles at the same time. So most of you would have already lived through this timeline. What is fascinating about this is, the cloud native keeps reinventing itself. And it's also interesting to see that every few years, the center of focus keeps shifting. So from containers, Kubernetes, observability, security, and now AI. And once we start extending this to 2026, we are already living through some of the next major themes. Um, AI has become the center of discussion, and you already have gone through a lot of talks here in the KCDs itself. In the morning keynotes, we had DIMS talking about, the Kubernetes, how Kubernetes is trying to advance in the age of AI. We also had a CNC of leadership panel talking about similar things. And then, yes, security, sovereignty, compliance, all of these are now becoming core in the morning, we had Jan Mellon talking about sovereignty, and we had Marina talking about supply chain security insights as well. So, what is actually happening is every new operational challenge is bringing in a lot of tools and technologies around that layer as well. So, the question is now, do we have enough tools? Well, solving each and every problem and across each layer, we also come with a lot of tools. And then, the landscape is currently looking like this. I understand that this is like an overwhelming CNC of landscape. But yeah, that is how it looks like at the moment. And this is exactly where the question shifts from, do we have enough tools, to questions like how would the projects collaborate, how would maintainers scale, and most importantly, how would end users navigate through this complexity. And this is exactly where the CNC of Technical Oversight Committee comes into picture. So we all know about the mission of CNCF. The TOC, or the Technical Oversight Committee, exists to support the technical direction behind that mission. So it's not like the CNCF TOC creates projects themselves, but it's more like of course, the maintainers are doing an incredibly good job creating the projects and maintaining them. What TOC does is like guiding the whole ecosystem to, sustain and scale properly. It's the role is not just like project reviews, but the TOC actually drives cross-project collaboration. It also works with the technical advisory groups and initiatives. It also incorporates end-user feedbacks and creates, technical common practices for the whole ecosystem. So this is how, or this is the human effort behind the whole work what I'm talking about. These are the current CNCF TOC members. This is not like a governance body sitting outside the ecosystem. So all of these people are like end users, maintainers, or contributors who are like active in the ecosystem for quite some time. And I have to mention about the CNCF staff support as well. Without their operational support, it's really impossible to scale the mission of the CNCF TOC as well. So this is an area where the TOC work comes immediately visible. As many of you know about the project maturity journey, we have Sandbox, incubating, and graduated CNCF projects. It is basically an indication of your project's governance, sustainability, operational readiness, and ecosystem adoption. So I got this nice timeline from one of the CNCF ambassadors who was preparing this graduated projects timeline. So what is interesting to see here is how the ecosystem has extended from core infrastructure to policy, security, observability, and all the AI adjacent technologies. So the timeline itself is speaking like the cloud native tooling is really preparing itself for the next era already. So as we are now in 2026, we understand that the ecosystem has already expanded. AI is becoming core part of the conversation. Security requirements are increasing, and even the platform complexity is increasing. So it means the TOC has also a good job to evolve with this increasing demands. So these are the kinds of questions we keep asking ourselves in the TOC. So how do we scale cloud native governance without causing friction? So how do we help maintainers scale? How do projects mature sustainably? And how do we enable cross-project collaboration? So these are some of the areas where we have seen major improvements over the last year. So TOC majorly operates with technical advisory groups or tags. So as the TOC and the ecosystem has evolved, we have realized that the older tag structure also has to evolve. And we also has created lightweight initiatives and sub-projects, which makes it easier for new people to keep contributing and also focus on what's really important for them. So this is how the new tag structure looks like. It was basically created to have proper focus on areas like security, infrastructure, workloads, resilience, and developer experience. This also has created more space for emerging and advanced technologies and also, domain-focused discussions. And as the ecosystem is evolving, it is important to have observability as well. So the TOC heavily leverages the LFX Insights tool, which basically gives additional signals into a project's maturity, security, health, and different other aspects, which helps us do our job also in a better and scalable manner. So none of these things would be possible without the community itself participating. All of you have the opportunity to contribute. You can all join the TOC public discussions or technical advisory groups or be part of the initiatives, and most importantly, share your end user feedback as well. So talking about end user feedback. This is something that is increasingly becoming important for the next decade. And this was actually discussed in detail in the TOC tab keynote at KubeCon Europe 2026. If you were in Amsterdam, you would have seen this amazing keynote where they have demonstrated how real world platform experiences are being fed back to projects and then how that impacts the project's subsequent design discussions. So what we have seen as a result is more reference architectures being published in the CNCF website as well. So as you can see here, we have some latest CNCF reference architectures like CERN's Advanced Scientific Computing Platform using Kubernetes, and also Swisscom's cloud native platform leveraging GitOps and automation. So this is really getting more traction now, and this is real impact of some of these end user feedback coming directly back to us. And what's more exciting about this end user feedback is it's not a closed set of examples sitting there. Any of the end users have the opportunity to contribute. So if you are an end user, you don't have to start with something perfect. If you have an architecture and if you are solving a problem, the process is really intentionally kept lightweight. You can just open a GitHub submission with a basic template. All you have to cover is like, what are the CNCF projects you're using? What is your architecture? And what is the problem you're solving? And the moment you start doing it, you are actually solving a problem many others would have faced, and you are giving them an opportunity to learn from your reference architecture. So before wrapping up, I want to tell that the cloud native keeps evolving through collaboration. As maintainers or contributors or end users, the community keeps moving forward because we are shaping this ecosystem together. And what we are currently seeing is just the extension of what has already happened in the last decade. And you are all part of that incredible journey by attending or organizing KCD Helsinki or KubeCon, to making use of the CNCF projects, or by maintaining them, or even by providing the end user feedback. Thank you so much for being part of this incredible journey and for continuing to keep shaping the future of cloud native. Thank you.